So let's go on to our fourth and final aspect of this chapter, and we'll talk about brain versus brawn in cultural learning. So, as described in our book, no humans could win a fight against an ape species, which is shown in this picture from the 1940s. Other ape species are much brawnier than humans. We know that. But they shared common ancestors with humans 5 to 7 million years ago. What happened? How did we lose the muscle mass? And what did we gain in exchange? In essence, we became weak but smart apes. So, why is this? There are 3 proposed evolutionary advantages for having larger brains. And we'll go through each of those. So many primates eat a lot of fruit in their diet, but fruits are seasonal and grow in patches. So one proposition is that fruit consumption and fruit-based diet requires mental maps of such fruit patches for successful foraging. Primates, more adept at keeping such mental maps, were more able to provide food for their offspring. Food extraction is another evolutionary advantage that's been proposed. Some primates eat food that require ingenuity to extract, such as breaking open nuts and seeds. Smarter animals were better able to remove food from shells and seed packets, providing more nutrition to their offspring. Another proposition was the social brain. Complexity of primate social worlds led to the need for successful navigation of complex relationships. More socially adept primates attracted more mates, accrued more resources, and protected offspring better. Think about the Tuodons in our dinosaur slide. They were pack hunters with small bodies and relatively large brains. Their EQ, or the EQ, was 5.6. So, which of these propositions is true? The neocortex is the outer layer of the brain that is concerned with higher functions such as sensory, perception, motor control, and problem solving. In a study by Dunbar, they calculated the neocortex ratio, or ratio of neocortex to the rest of the brain of many animal species. They then assessed how the neocortex ratio was related to each of the 3 proposed advantages to having a large brain size. So as you can see from these correlation graphs, and we know what correlations are, right? They're things that show that one thing is related to another in a certain way, whether it's they go with each other, or go against each other, or they're not related at all. So as we can see, the percentage of fruits in diets is unrelated to the neocortex ratio. That's in the first graph on the left. There's no difference between neocortex ratios for species that use extraction foraging methods and species who don't. That's in the middle graph. But there is a positive correlation between the neocortex ratio and the size of the species' social group. So from this and other studies, we learned that primate brain evolution was largely driven by a highly social lifestyle. So we're taking a look at graph C, the last graph on the right, a little clearer. And we see the circled dot, and it represents humans. This suggests that humans have cognitive capacity to effectively keep track of and have meaningful relationships with approximately 150 people or relations. And that goes through about 4 generations. In another study, Dunbar in 1996 found that most clans or small communities actually do have an average of 150 relations or people in it. Think about your own meaningful relationships. If you have a Facebook account or another form of social media, how many friends do you have? How many are mutually meaningful, just beyond acquaintances? On average, studies reveal that the number remains around 150 people. Does this ring true for you? As we've learned in this chapter, the ample size of our social network has facilitated cultural evolution, where we are sharing, imitating, revising, and sharing some more. So, to summarize what we've gone through, um, culture is not unique to humans, but humans are unique in the ability to have cumulative cultural learning. Cumulative cultural learning is facilitated by having theory of the mind, language, and imitative learning. Our human brain evolution is connected with social relationships and pressures. Compared with other primates, humans are adept at social learning and cultural transmission. So I hope you enjoyed this week's materials, and I hope you'll give me some great feedback. Thank you.